guys, how's it going? It's Hero Collections here on behalf of Marvel Legends UK, and today we are reviewing the new Marvel Legends Hydro Man figure from the new Molten Man Build-A-Figure wave. This wave is inspired by Spider-Man Far From Home. It is now hitting store shelves in the United States and is starting to ship here in the United Kingdom too. What we're going to do today is we're going to look at this figure and its paint and deco, its articulation, and then some size comparisons. I think it is a really impressive figure. Overall, I think it's a really impressive wave. So let's get into it and see what we think. So getting a look at Hydro Man's deco, it is pretty great. In terms of the civilian clothes, Hasbro do really well to just use a nice flat black that has some wrinkled depths to it as well. You really get the idea that this is a t-shirt. You kind of have a damp feel about it, which makes sense given that it's Hydro Man, but also that he's wearing it. You know, it's not just a flat color that's just slapped across the base body to make it look good. It actually has that wrinkled feel to really give it some texture. As you look into the denim as well, we get these wrinkles here at the top, which looks pretty good on the thighs, but going down it, you also get wrinkles on the inside too. And what this does is that it really uses the blue and white paint that Hasbro have used here to make the denim look washed. You know, it looks just like a pair of jeans. It doesn't just look like two legs on a plastic action figure. And so Hasbro are really using some subtle but effective techniques here to really bring the character to life. So if we turn him around like this, get a nice 360. And again here, you really see it on these pockets of the jeans and of the wrinkles that Hasbro really do well to bring this character to life. Now, the base body that this figure uses is from the Luke Cage Netflix figure that we got last year. If we turn him around again. But what they do is they take some inspiration from what they did with the Sandman Build-A-Figure a couple of years back and evolve that into this figure for Hydro Man. I really love what Hasbro have been doing with their comic characters. The expressions, the eyes, the hair, the sculpt, it really just brings these characters to life. Now, it is a blue translucent plastic, I think, with some white paint in there to really make the water look realistic. It gives Hydro Man this sense of energy as if the water is really gushing through his arms, which gives a sense of movement, which really makes the figure dynamic, especially when you're posing him with other figures, especially with Spider-Man, obviously. To bring it a bit closer here, you can really see how that blue works. And again, the texture on here, you get the feel that there are layers of water that is really, as I say, just gushing and moving. So the way this has been sculpted is just phenomenal. Now, these are separate pieces that attach onto his feet at the bottom. Now, if we look at the first one, again, you get this really nice change in how it looks. So there's it feels like it's a blue or clear translucent plastic, and with it you get this white paint shading that really gives a feel that the water is moving. And as I say, the sculpt on this is unreal. Look at how it curves up. It really gives a sense that the water is moving. And again on this one here, nice, bright, and so well done. You get a really nice use of the civilian body's brown boots. Now, what I really appreciate about this figure is how Hasbro have managed to keep him so well balanced. Now, that is part due to the articulation when it comes to the dynamic poses, that he's able to actually maintain that balance, but it's also due to the quality of the plastic and the quality of the product that Hasbro are actually delivering to us. Given how heavy those arms are, the way that he's able to actually maintain that balance is a real treat for a $20 figure. Now, if we have a look at his articulation, Hydro Man can look not that far up, but far enough. He can look pretty far down. He can look all the way to his right and all the way to his left. He does have head pivot. The arms come out about that far. There isn't much of a bicep swivel, if at all. There is an elbow here, and it only ranges at about that much. The wrist does rotate and swivel, and there's a hinge that makes it go up and down, but it is very subtle in the way that it works, I have to say. Hydro Man does have an ab crunch. He bends forward about that much, can bend back pretty far. And then if we turn him around, he kicks forward about that much. He does have a thigh swivel. He does have double jointed knees. He does have ankle pivot. And there is a waist swivel there too. So you do get a lot of range of motion for this figure, which is pretty impressive. Those arms do have some limits to them, I must admit, but in the grand scheme of things, they do exactly what you need them to do in terms of punch and snatch with the other hand. But yeah, it could be better, but I'm not really sure how they would have been able to engineer that, given that the sculpt on that on those arms is just phenomenal. And really, with this sort of a figure, I would prefer having the sculpt, making it look as lifelike and realistic as it does, and really bringing that character to life, than having super articulation in the arms. So I think Hasbro did a great job with this. So guys, that's our review. Definitely recommend picking this guy up. Great action figure, great addition to your Spider-Man collection. And that's that. So please follow us on Instagram, join our Marvel Legends UK Facebook group. Let us know what you think of the figure. Let us know if you're going to pick this guy up or what other figures in the wave you're going to be picking up in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and until the next video. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen, bud, he's got radioactive blood. Can he swing from a thread? Take a look overhead. Hey there goes the Spider-Man in the gym.